Welcome to this first installment of Black Shirt Boxing. I'm Jay.
And I'm Nate.
So what's going on? Let's get right into it. Let's talk about the fights last night. March 30th, 2024.
Right.
So, as you can see in the background, we have playing for you the most anticipated fight of the night, which was Romero defending his WBA 140-pound title against Pitbull Cruz. What do you think about the fight?
Cruz, it was a good fight, man. Like I predicted, man, Cruz put that pressure on him and got him up out of there, man. You know, it was easy work for my boy.
Well, I mean, I agree. The one thing that I think that Rolly could have done better is follow up on the shots that he did land.
Mm-hmm.
To me, he was giving a poor man's Mayweather, where he was sticking the jab out there, holding it as if he was measuring, and he would land the right hook sometimes, but for the majority, I mean, if you hit him with a quick 1-2 and he's not reacting to it, you got to do something else, because Pitbull didn't stop coming forward. You're going to have to beat Pitbull up. That's what I think about fighting Pitbull Cruz.
Yeah, you got to make it a slugfest because that's what Pitbull want, and you got to give it to him. Give him what he, giving you. Just go in on it. You can't keep backing up and running and getting on your bike. You know what I'm saying? You got to do what you got to do, to catch Pitbull and counterpunch him,
Well, the thing with now that Pitbull being the champion at 140 pounds, the champions at 140 right now is the new WBA, Cruz. That's the black title.
Mm-hmm.
The IBF, which is Subcribe Matias out of Puerto Rico. That's the red title. The WBA, the green title, of course, is Devin the Dream Haney.
Mm-hmm.
And the WBO lightweight champion is Teofimo Lopez.
Okay, that's right.
So you have Lopez, Matias, Haney, Pitbull. Who do you see pulling out in those four? Who's gonna come out on top?
Man, I still think Pitbull is the better fighter out of all of them.
Yeah, he's definitely the most durable and pressure fighter.
Yeah.
I feel like if Haney does fight Pitbull, Haney has a good defense. He's not going to be able to stop Pitbull from coming forward, but he might possibly be able to outwork Pitbull to get the decision or a majority draw or something. If Pitbull can't catch Haney, he definitely can't beat him. That's the only way I see him beating him. Because with Pitbull's style, even if you pressure someone all night and they able to keep you from hurting them and also hit you with stuff, then you lose. That's what happened with Tank. People say, oh, he beat Tank. Well, I beg to differ. I beg to differ.
He lost.
And he lost. I mean, you can pressure me all night, but if you can't hurt me, you haven't done anything. But just walk forward. So, now Matias can take a punch. So I'd be more, even though those are Pitbull is a bigger name than Subcribe Matias, that's the fight that I'm more intrigued to see. I'd rather see Haney versus Lopez, Matias versus Pitbull, and then the winner fight each other. We'll figure out who the best is at 140. But let me throw an honorable mention in there. Nobody's even talking about him. Now, we on the East Coast, Eastern time.
Yeah.
North Carolina to be exact. But we're gonna go up top just a few hours to the DMV, and I'm talking about Maryland. My boy Gary Antoine Russell, where you at? That's somebody at 140 that we're not even talking about.
Yeah.
That I think that if he's just given the opportunity at any of these fighters, then his name would be in the mix, just like we're talking about right now. I just want to throw that out there. Gary Antoine Russell, the Russell family. I rock with all y'all.
Come on back.
Yeah. No Diddy.
And Haney ain't out the clear yet neither. He got a fight coming up soon with Garcia. So he ain't out the clear yet. You know, you never know what's gonna happen there, you know. I'm going for who you got?
Alright. Okay. So nothing against Ryan Garcia.
Mm-hmm.
And me personally, you know, I'm hoping that Haney gets knocked out by Garcia.
Yeah.
Not because I don't like Haney, but I don't like your daddy, bro. He talk too much. Too much. Especially with us seeing who you are. Haney, you are a skilled boxer with no punching power and a questionable chin. So all it takes is someone to be able to get to you and put their hands on you. Because if you can't keep them from coming forward, I think you're in trouble. Yeah, I could be wrong. But from what I see, and from what y'all probably know, that's why y'all move the way y'all do throughout this thing called boxing. Because we're not even going to talk about how you became undisputed at 135. Congratulations.
And I think Lomachenko got him in that fight, but you know.
Lomachenko, yeah. I feel like if anything, it constituted a rematch.
Yeah, definitely.
You know? And whether it was in the contract or not, or whatever, I'm all for y'all doing what you want to do. That's fine. That's your career. However, you can't say certain things. And we saw the fight. We saw it. And we didn't hear about it on the radio. We won't listen. Oh, and on the left, and on the right. Oh my goodness. This is a movie.
We seen it.
We watched it.
Yeah. And how you feel about Lomachenko and Kambosos fighting soon? That's a big fight coming up as well.
I feel like Lomachenko finna beat the brakes off of ferocious Kambosos. You better have Crocodile Dundee in this corner. It's not.
Yeah.
We seen what if Haney do you like that, Loma might knock him out.
You're right.
Sleep. And Loma must be getting ready to retire fighting these tomato packets.
I think he's trying to get back on his feet and try to get that rematch with Haney. You never know.
He got to move up. It's a whole different crop at 135. Yeah. We talking about lightweight, so you gotta think we have who the champions at lightweight. Haney vacated the belts, so they all went back. So that pretty much you say Tank is a champion at 135. Conversation over. So, anybody at 135, dead man walking. Because if Tank is the final boss that you gotta go see to get your name up at 135, I never believed that Lomachenko was the man at 135. I never believed that, because even before Haney got the title the way he did from Loma, because Loma petitioned for the franchise title at 135, meaning he didn't have to honor his obligations as a full champion. So that elevated Devin Haney. He was the first one they called an email champion. And then everybody started saying that. But it wasn't his fault, because the dude wouldn't fight him. But if you know, like I know, Loma should have fought him then, worked him, because by the time they fought, Devin had already got experience. And was supposed to be experienced enough to whoop him. And he couldn't. So imagine what would have happened had he fought Devin 2 days ago. Knockout. Yeah, because I seen Loma fight Jorge Linares. Linares knocked Loma down. Loma came back and destroyed him. We seen Linares give Haney the Bambi legs. And he ran for 6 minutes. Hey, do what you gotta do. But nah, styles make fights. So, it's a catch-22 when it comes to who you think is gonna beat who. And now that this sports betting is live in North Carolina, boy, it's some money to be made.
I gotta get into that.
Yeah.
I see you on it last night.
Yeah. FanDuel, DraftKings, ESPN bets, they all coming. But me personally, I'm a fan of FanDuel. So if you're a fan, let's do
it. so we're gonna give the rundown on the undercards last night.
Okay.
We had Sahar Bahatru defeated Brian Mendoza last night.
Man, that was an excellent fight. I was high on Brian Mendoza when he knocked out Fundora, and then he got beat up by Tim Tszyu. But this guy, Sahiri, what was it?
Bahatru.
Right, because I remember saying it, yeah.
Bahatru.
Sahiri Bahachuk. Sahiri Bahachuk. Hey, 154, Sahiri Bahachuk. Hey, he a white Ukrainian pit bull with long arms and can take a punch.
Yeah.
So if you gonna fight Sahiri Bahachuk, you better be ready.
Hey, look,
What's his record?
He won. They ain't got his record. He won unanimous decision.
Man, he beat the brakes off of Brian Mendoza.
Yeah.
Brian Mendoza. If you look at the end of the fight, his cheek was swollen out like he got bit by a bee on one side. Now, I ain't gonna say a punch did it, but he was bleeding. The punches did the blood. If you look closely, if you watch the fight, just like the main event with Tim Tszyu and Sebastian Fundora, where Tim Tszyu ran into Fundora elbow, which put that cut on his head, which ultimately cost him the fight, in my personal opinion. You know, it allowed. Well, I'll get to that, but Sahiri Boachuk, Mendoza, Boachuk was defending, and Brian slipped, and his face hit that joker elbow. But them constant jabs and crosses, man. Brian Mendoza never seemed to be hurt, but he had no answer for that constant pressure. He fought most of the fight, if not all, on the back foot and up against the ropes. And you can't do that against a pressure fighter. You can look in the background right now and see Pitbull coming forward on rolling. He put that stick out, but he's backing up to the ropes. He's not taking control. You have to push a fighter like that back, or they're gonna end up stealing the rounds.
Right. You're right about that. So the next fight was Julio Cesar Martinez. He defeated Angelo Cordova via majority decision.
That was a good fight. There was a lot of bravado in that fight. A lot of bravado, hands down, punching. Cordova got hurt a lot. That's what caused him to fight, because he was fighting too cocky. This was for the flyweight championship in the WBC. I think it was 111 pounds, somewhere down there, smaller weight classes. It was flyweight, I do know. Good fight. Martinez, the champion, he defended his belt, did what he was supposed to do. Congratulations to him.
So, and Islandi Laura defeated Michael Zarifa.
Now,
Real second knockout.
He knocked him out in the first round.
40-year-old.
Yeah. Look,
Yeah.
I mean, listen, they were asking him, how much longer do you think you're going to do this? He said, we take it year by year. I feel good right now. This was earlier in the day when they were doing the interviews. This was the first time, and I like how Amazon shot this. It came on early when I was at the barbershop. I was cutting and we had it on in the shop. They had a ring set up in like a hallway. So all the fighters came down a staircase, did an interview in the ring, a little smaller ring, and then they did a little workout for about maybe 2 or 3 minutes, just to show the fans they could be able to, whatever. Yeah. Then they left. So, I just like the whole presentation that Amazon, Prime is taking with PBC. Yeah. 'Cause I'm a PBC fan. I'm a boxing fan as well, but when I watch boxing, I prefer to see Premier Boxing Champions. Even though we will be covering the Zone and Top Rank, I just like how PBC do business. You don't like it, fight me.
So we went to the Isaac Cruz and defeated Orlando Romero.
Oh, no, I forgot. Erislandy Lara, 40 years old.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, first round stoppage. The only one of the night. Second round. It was early. Yeah. I tell you how I know it was early, because I was moving around thinking it was going to be a boxing contest. And I missed the fight. I need to go back and watch it. I heard it. I was audible. I had it on, but I wasn't watching. I was fixing a part of my dishwasher. Because that's what we do. Real men. We multitask. Mm-hmm. So, doing that, and I heard my wife say, "Oh!" I said, "Man, it's over." Erislandy Lara has been the most avoided fighter at 154, and now he's the champion at 160. That man lost to Canelo, which was bullshit. By the way, go back and watch it. Canelo fanboys. They robbed Lara, but that man been a champion forever.
Yeah, he been a champion
forever. Every weight class he go to, he hold the title and gets no fights. Erislandy Lara was there. Boo Boo was down there at 160. Charlo been a champion. Jamal for I don't know how long. I don't know who he did in at the WBC headquarters, but that man don't never have to defend that title. He had that shit for 4 years. And I was a Jamal Charlo fan. I ain't got nothing to do personally with what him and his brother or whatever got going on. We talking about boxing. Vacate. Let the belt go. You need to move up to 168 because you got Caleb Plant waiting on you, and that's a fight I can't wait to see. Yeah. I ain't mean to, go off on a tangent, but it's a whole lot of unfinished business going on. But at 160, Erislandy Lara is the man.
But Laura said he's taking it year by year, so he waiting on that big fight again. So
he can't. They not giving it to him. But they don't want to give him. Yeah. And then Canelo got in there, but they robbed him.
Hey, it is what it is. Hopefully he'll get something soon.
He 40 though.
He 40. He ain't got time.
He might age overnight. We don't know.
You still got the other 40-year-old fighting and doing good too.
Who is that?
The kid. I forgot his name. The Hispanic guy.
The one that whooped Roland and they stole it from.
Exactly.
Barossa.
Barossa. Yeah. But we already touched on the Cruz and Romero fight.
You see, he finishing him in the background right there.
The 7th round, Pitbull outlanded him like 31-9. That's ridiculous. When I seen that, I said, "Oh, it's over, yo. He ain't got long." And then the 8th round, that's when he got put down.
Well, you were calling. We were on the phone last night, by the way. This is not no fake shit. These black shirt boys, we do this for real. Mm-hmm. So, we were on the phone talking as this fight was going on. And we was just like, and he called it. You was a round off, but you was telling me, you was like, "Bro, it's over." Because I bet on Rolling just because, shoot, that's where the money is. But if you are a betting person, use these new rules and legislature in North Carolina. If you're in the North Carolina area listening, bet with your mind and not with your heart. It's better to make, if you bet $10 and make $9, you doubled your money. But if you bet 10 the wrong way, yeah, you might get $500-$600, but it's a long shot. Play with your mind, not with your heart. You create an extra stream of income, sports betting, on a sure thing. Don't worry about how much you're making. You're earning. Passive income. You didn't do anything for that $9 you about to make, but sit and watch something you love. Who can say that? If a game is 3 hours and you made $9, you got paid $3 an hour to watch your own damn TV. I mean,
good way to look at it.
Yeah. So, bet with your mind, not with your heart.
Yeah.
You bet with your heart, you end up on the street.
Exactly. So the last fight of the night was Sebastian Fundora versus Tim Tszyu. It was a via split decision. 116, 112, 112, 116, 115, 113. How you feel about that?
I feel that they got it right. Tzu did connect on Fedor a lot, like most people do, because he fights really close to. He fights really close to his opponents. He did use his jab more than he did in the Mendoza fight. I felt like they got it right. I mean, it was a championship fight. We can't go off all the blood and all that stuff we saw. We gotta look at, okay, that cut that Zoo had on his head, the top of his head, would prevent them from stopping the fight. The only reason why he was bleeding like that was because the adrenaline was pumping in the fight. So it looked way worse than what it actually was. Because you can see between each round, they wipe the blood. It won't stop the bleeding because he needs stitches, but it was a top of the head cut. Fedor fought pretty much bleeding out of his nose and mouth. So where's the respect for him?
Right. He
did what he was supposed to do. Jab him, keep him on the outside, and outpoint him. And your new unified 154-pound champion, Sebastian the Towering Inferno Fedor. I've been saying this kid was the real deal. Nobody's unbeatable. Styles make fights. Brian Mendoza called him lacking. Ain't nobody saying Mendoza can't fight. It's levels to this. And he caught Fedor lacking. I bet you if they fought again, it wouldn't look like that.
And that's why your boy took this fight. That's why Tim took that fight. You know what I'm saying? 12 to 14 days. How many days was it? 12 days. That's why he took that fight, because he, you know what I'm saying, from the Mendoza fight and all that, he thought he could go right in there and get Fedor out of there.
He caught a snag.
And caught a snag, and it is what it is.
And the new. Look.
And the new.
So my thing is, I never was too high on Tzu. I mean, most fighters whose fathers were considered, they're a Hall of Famer. I'm not saying that he can't do it or he won't. He's a hell of a fighter. But, I mean, what happened was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
They can fight again. And I think that Fedor might beat him worse.
Do it again, yeah.
You know,
he got that jab sticking in his face like that.
That's it.
Ain't nothing he can do.
Ain't nothing he can do. He can pot shot me all he want, long as I stay focused and I did my camp. Fedor is durable. We can go back to the Erickson Lubin fight. The boy been down. He done been through ups and downs, adversity. Go back and watch Sebastian Fedor versus Erickson Lubin if you want to see some real fighting.
And Fedor did a good job with his power. The power Tim was throwing at him, it really
he caught it.
hurt him. Yeah, he was eating.
Yeah.
So
Fedor unified at 154. I just hope he don't be a Jared Hurd.
No,
Jared Hurd, if you listening, bum.
Nah, that's your DC area. Baltimore and all that.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to DC, Baltimore, DMV area though.
Y'all in our hearts and minds, man. Yeah, we ain't trying to, us Bama's ain't trying to come at y'all like that. That's what y'all call us. But yeah, shout out to all the victims in the Baltimore Bridge incident.
Yeah.
We praying for y'all and your families. One love.
For sure. R.I.P. And also, how you feel about Earl Spence coming in the ring and trying to make that fight with Fedor?
I mean, I love it. Anybody that's been watching my separate YouTube channel, Let's Talk Boxing, I get a lot of hate on there from all them Terrence Crawford fans, which I respect Terrence Crawford. I'm a fan of him. He won the fight.
Yeah.
It won't fair and it won't square, but he won the fight. Earl got in there. What's done is done. But what I felt about Earl getting in there last night was, hey, the big fish is back, baby.
Trying to get back.
He back. I mean, y'all talking about he slurs speech. Hey, man, let me punch you in the fucking head for 27 minutes and give you an interview and see how you sound. Yeah. It's different, So, but my boy back.
He back.
I was happy to see him.
I'm glad to see him too, man. I know he thinking this is a warm-up fight for probably another rematch with Crawford, but don't get in that ring sleeping on this kid, man, Fandora, because he's a tall, lanky cat, man, and got a jab from hell, so you can't just go in there any kind of way. So when he fight this time, he really got to put the public on notice and put everybody on notice that he back. I want to see the big fish win, and hopefully we can see that rematch with him and Terrence Bud Crawford.
Yeah, but that's if Crawford comes up to 154, if Spence beats Fandora and they want to do it again, Crawford, you got to come right up immediately. You don't get no fights at 154 to get ready or help. No. Put the 7 pounds on and come up, because we got to see the real. And we can rewind all the way back to 147 when Crawford came up from 140. Crawford knew what he was doing. He waited years. Earl was already struggling to make 147 when he won the belt against Kell Brook in 2017.
Yeah.
He was a big welterweight then. He hung around for another 6 years and let Bud fight at 147. People don't understand. And RIP to Roger Mayweather. Hashtag. Most people don't know shit about boxing. He let that man get himself together for 6 years, 72 months to get ready for a fight with him. So this is before the accidents and everything else that people would try to act like didn't happen. I want to know what the Spence that beat Kell Brook would have looked like against the Crawford coming up to 147 that beat Jeff Horn. So I would wanted to see, I don't know the timeline right, so for all the people that's going to watch this video when we drop it, you can do it and let me know in the comments and let us know.
Right.
When Kell Brook lost the title to Earl in 2017, how long was it before Bud moved up and won the WBO from Jeff Horn? That's the time we should have seen them coming together.
That should have been the fight right around that time.
Because we got to think, Earl wasn't supposed to unify against Ugas. He unified before against Porter, so that was supposed to happen because Porter and Garcia fought for Keith Thurman's vacant title when they stripped him. Porter came out on top, which gave the unification bout between Spence and Porter. Great fight. Some people will argue that besides the knockdown, it could have been a draw or Porter could have won. But anyway, he got dropped. So Errol Spence is your unified champion, WBC, IBF. Okay? So then you go to Bud Crawford's journey. He held the WBO for dear life for 5 years, fighting every taxi cab driver, Postmate, DoorDash, Uber Eat driving ass fighter that you ever seen.
Yeah.
He didn't unify nothing. Okay? Earl was supposed to unify against Pacquiao. Now look at where I'm going with this route. He beat everybody that was the best in the division. Okay? So by the time Porter got to Crawford, he'd already been beat up and beat on by everybody.
Yeah.
Crawford took little to no damage. The toughest fight I seen him in up until that point was against Jose Benavidez Jr.
Oh yeah.
And he stopped him in the 12th round. So for all you fanboys that don't really watch this like we watch it, keep it a band. Yeah, Earl lost. He got in there, but it's too much. It's stuff that happened to get to that type of performance. Because you out your mind if you think 2017 pre-accident, pre-surgery Earl was gonna look like that against Crawford at 147.
It would have been a whole different
And
story.
then the weight that he had to lose.
Yeah.
Let's just be real.
Yeah, it would have been a whole different outcome. You right about that.
I mean, we don't know, but I mean, I like to think
so.
that.
I think
right.
so. It is.
Yeah.
But the earlier you fight, the better the fight gonna be anyway. Though.
That's what's going on.
Linger out
in 140 right now. These guys is fighting when they supposed to fight.
Exactly.
Yeah. They're not waiting. Like, that's like Tank 28. 6 years, he 34. Who wants to see him fight Ryan and Haney and them then? Yeah. All them boys will be 30. It's gonna be a whole new crop. We got Floyd Schofield coming up. Mm-hmm. Was it Kid Austin?
Yeah.
Man, the lightweight division. We got my boy coming up from bantamweight, Raymond Ford. 130, man, 130, 135 finna be popping.
Mayweather boy out there, Moten.
Kermel Moten, and he a lightweight already. Mm-hmm. So he's 17. You know he gonna be a welter.
He gonna be. Ooh, he got some. Hey, he's 17.
Man.
So
he a baby.
He got a good career coming.
Could be my boy.
Ahead of him. Yeah.
Could be my son.
Yeah.
I wish he was my son. Yeah. I'd be worse than Bill Haney.
I know that's right. I know that's right. Be worse than Bill, talking crazy every day.
Shout out to AB. Somebody get AB a shot at 140, man. Stop running from that man. Get him off Instagram. Get him in the ring. Don King.
Yeah,
get him a fight.
Don King no more.
I don't know.
Neither.
He owed Don some money then, because I said, Don, you don't walk away from Don King.
Nah. You got that old sign. I hope he get in the ring too. I want to see him too, man. Fun. You know? And I think that'll about do it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, listen. We appreciate y'all for listening to us. If you like what we're doing, hit the like button. Definitely comment, and most importantly, subscribe. Exactly. This is Black Shirt Boxing, and we out.